cat people, how are you today? I am Catlady Antigoni and today we are talking about my favorite summer palettes. Summer is here, so I have picked the favorite palettes in my collection that are reminding me of summer and I'm here to present them to you. Of course, you don't have to have these specific palettes in your collection if you would like to have more summer-ish makeup looks. This video is not aiming to make you buy more and more, it's aiming to inspire you with color schemes and stuff like that to find these colors or these color schemes within your collection and try to use your own palettes. Of course, if you have other favorites for summer, this is fine as well. All these videos are for us to have fun with makeup, to share ideas and inspiration. So if you're doing something different for summer, if you're using a different color scheme from what I'm about to present, please write down in the comments. I would be very interested to know about this. And by the way, if you want to know more about this makeup that I'm wearing right now, I have done a step-by-step tutorial. It is the video where I'm doing a get ready with me and I'm chatting about books. I haven't decided about the title yet, that's why I cannot tell you the exact title, but I will try to have it as a card up there and leave it at the description down here as well. And after all this, let's start with the palettes! At number 1, I'm gonna tell you about the Coast to Coral palette. This is from Colourpop, it's cruelty-free. By the way, everything that I'm gonna tell you about today is absolutely cruelty-free, so you don't have to worry about it, you don't even have to check it. But I always recommend you to check what I'm saying because I don't know everything and I'm a human after all, so mistakes can happen. This collection is double checked, so it's fine. Now, here's the color scheme of the palette. It's very corally, very kind of like orange leaning, and it's not the ideal color scheme for me, but I'm sure that for a lot of you this will remind of summer, so that's why I included this palette in this video. Well, I kinda reach for this palette when I want something like this duochrome right here, I'm sorry. When I'm looking at the palette, I looked at kinda mirrored, so it can be kinda confusing for me sometimes. Anyway, the duochrome is called The Keys and it's very beautiful. It's going from golden to orangey corally tones and I love it. Of course, I don't do a full corally makeup or a full brown makeup in this sense if we just see the last straw, but for me it is working perfectly as a companion palette. It's also so beautiful. If you can see here, this is kind of like 3D and I think that they have done an amazing job with the packaging. I think that the palette was not limited edition, so you can still find it if you are interested in this. And yes, this was the most not Antigoni friendly palette of this video, but all the rest you will see my personal taste in them. I'm seriously thinking to categorize the palettes of this video by brand, so it will be easier for you to follow what I'm saying. I don't know, I will try to do that, and if you don't like this format, please write in the comments so I know for the next video to do something different. Remaining to Colourpop then, and the next palette that I'm gonna talk about, and a palette that I truly love and I truly find very perfect and stunning, is the collaboration that they had with Barbie. When it comes to this palette, the situation is a little bit weird because I know that it's going out of stock, then it's coming back to Colourpop and then it's sold out again. So now at this point I'm not sure in what stage is it, but this is the palette. I have filmed a tutorial about this palette as well. I think I have filmed, yes, I have filmed a tutorial about every palette that you're gonna see in today's video. So if you're interested about something specific, either write a comment or check my description box. So this is the palette. It's so beautiful because to me summer contains a lot of blue. As we can see, we have a shimmer and a matte here, great job. Then of course it has the orange, which I'm not crazy about as I was telling you before, but it's a very summer-ish color and I could see it in a summer look with this blue as well, with something like that, the sun color in glitter form in the middle of the eye. It's called Cali girl. Should we do a look based on this? This might be very interesting. Okay, I just gave an idea to myself right now, basically. Then we have these pinks, these kind of all the colors of the summer sunset, or at least the sunset that I'm used to see, because I'm from Greece, if you didn't know it, and there, as I have noticed, the sunset is way different from the Swedish one, so I could see the colors of the Greek sunset. Oh my god! Can you see the eyeshadow? It just went out. Oh my god, I'm shocked. What should I do now? I want to repress it. I don't want to destroy it, so I'm leaving this palette for now. Very beautiful palette if you can find it, and if you want something like that, I highly recommend it. Great quality, but I have to put it aside and continue with something different because I really want to not destroy it. The last palette from Colourpop for this video is the Coco Cutie. Oh my god, this was the collaboration that they had on 2021 with Hello Kitty. I'm sure that this palette is discontinued, but I would like to show you the color scheme because according to me, this is the definition of summer, because here we can see the sea vibes. Look, all the blues. Basically, to me, this palette is all the colors that you can find in different types of seas according to where you are. I have been to sea, which is exactly this color. I have been to sea, which is kind of connecting with river, and it had this color. I have seen this and this at the sea foams, depending how the sunlight is hitting the water surface. So to me, this brings freshness, this brings kind of like the sea vibe, and I love using it. It's such a pretty palette. It had a very beautiful imprint here with a coconut, but I have used it quite a lot, so it's not here anymore. But I think that you might be kinda able to see it, I'm not sure, but it was such a great palette. I have the pink from this collection as well. The quality is very good. Unfortunately, I didn't get the orange one and the yellow one because I don't like the orange, and with the yellow, so I was like, it's not that special. I didn't necessarily regret about this, but I think that if you have all four of them, you will have a great summer collection. Moving on to the next brand for today, which is She Glam. From She Glam, I have the Perspective Pisces palette, a part of the Zodiac collection, and I think that it's the palette that I like the least from all the palettes that I presented you in today's video. It's not like extremely bad, but it's not as wow as the formula that all the other palettes have. If you can see the color scheme, again, it reminds me of waters and the colors that we can see in different types of waters. Now we have the lake and the river shades including as well, and yes, we have some grassy types here, these kind of like two eyeshadows, but if we take the first four, I think that they are very nice representation of all the watercolors that we can find out at the nature. Also, it has the Pisces, aka the fish theme, so of course I considered it as summer-ish palette. My favorite eyeshadow from there is this, which is called Intuitive, this green right here. It is performing very well, and I think that it's the best eyeshadow from the palette, this and this, which is called Dreamy. I don't believe in zodiacs myself, but I found this artwork so beautiful and I couldn't really resist. I wanted to try She Glam because I have seen on TikTok like a lot of people saying, oh my god, such a nice brand, so high quality makeup and stuff like that, and I was super curious. When it comes to the palette, it was so-so, but it had some blushes that I enjoyed, and what else? Glitter, a very nice glitter from a limited edition collection, but I'm sure that they have more glitters if you're curious to try yourself. Moving on to another Barbie palette, this time from Glamlight. Oh my god, I love this packaging a little bit more than I love the Colourpop one because it includes more diversity, I would say. Yes, we have the original Barbie with the blonde hair and blue eyes, so beautiful, but then we have these two beauties with different skin colors, and it's something that I really appreciate to see, the inclusivity that both Barbie as a doll and Glamlight as a makeup brand try to promote. That's great, actually. This is the color scheme of the palette. It's an amazing palette. Once again, here we can see the sea waves, and if this is not reminding you of summer, then what? I don't know, it's so beautiful. Again, we have very beautiful blues. We have this color which is called what? Yay! And it's so nice, it's so sparkly. Glamlight in general have very high quality eyeshadows, and their shimmers are, oh my god, they are amazing. They have nailed the formula, they have found a great formula to work both with mattes and with shimmers. And I love that here we don't see as many neutral leaning eyeshadows as we saw the previous Barbie palette. This is a matter of personal preference, this is how I look the world. I love having more colors, I love having more options to play with instead of having neutrals. Yeah, but I love the purples that I see in this palette, and I love that they actually have focused on purple instead of just pink or just blue. That's very clever, according to me. Here we have a darker coat. I mean, these four shadows at the last row down here, they're super beautiful and they can take the look in a different direction. So to me, this palette can go from kind of like day makeup to more colorful makeup, even to night makeup. So it's a palette that I truly love, and I see a million possibilities for summer-ish looks, but in general for a lot of colorful looks. And now it's time for the Greek word of the day. Well, at this video I mentioned quite a few times the word foam, the foam of the sea, okay? So that's what I would like to tell you today in Greek. And in Greek we say afros. Say it with me, afros. Afros. As always, I'm gonna ask you to try to write down in the comments a comment that includes the Greek word afros, or actually tell me the word in your own native language. And last but definitely not least palette for today is coming again from Glamlight, and it's the Frosted Flakes palette. I know that the name is not very summer inspired, but if I show you the color scheme, you will understand why I picked this palette for this video. First of all, look how beautiful it is. Oh my god, Glamlight is doing such a great work with their palettes. Now here we have the color scheme, and we have both the orangey tones that I've showed you before, that I really think that they're giving the summer vibes, but also we have a lot of shades of blue which are also giving summer vibes according to my opinion. So I kept this palette for last because according to me this is the absolutely perfect palette for summer. It contains warm tones, oranges and cool tones, the blues, and all together they can create so beautiful color combinations for makeup. The quality here, sky high, even better than the Barbie one. They have nailed it in every aspect, and I really recommend you to try Glamlight's formula if you're in the market for eyeshadows or palettes. Of course, if you're not, you don't have to try anything, it's just a recommendation, okay? Do I have to say anything more about this palette? No, it's perfect. I don't have to say anything. Glamlight, great job. And this was it. This was our video for today. Thank you so much for being here with me and listening to me talking about palettes. It was so fun for me. I hope it was equally fun for you. If yes, don't forget to subscribe. And also don't forget to follow me on TikTok and Instagram as well. I post quite unique content there, and I would be so happy to have you there as well. Well, see you next time with a makeup tutorial. Until then, enjoy your summer and bye bye!